the start here. Papa Daniel, Igo Ogbu and Sidiku Alimi of Remo Stars, who are the newly crowned Nigerian champions, and they are well represented in this squad picked by coach Eric Schell. The Ghanaian 11 looks a little lighter on experience. 19-year-old Aaron Essel and 20-year-old Christopher Barbonsu both make their senior debuts. What an occasion for them. At the other end of the spectrum, Captain Jordan Ayew plays for the 112th time for the Black Stars. All four of the players called up from Ghanaian domestic football start tonight, including the goalkeeper, Benjamin Asare. Otto Addo on the right of your picture there. His second spell in charge. Stuart Atwell is meeting two players who know this pitch very well. Wilfred Ndidi on the right, Jordan Ayew on the left. Premier League regulars. Otto Addo's opposite number, the still new Nigerian coach Eric Schell. Nothing new about Jordan Ayew. So experienced, only his brother Andre has 4 international caps and has been playing for a little longer, to be fair. Salis Abdul Samid, cheerleader in chief down there. These Nigerian players still trying to impress the new coach, and a few of them there's Eric Schell, only appointed in January. He is the new coach they're trying to impress. They got 4 points from 6 in the 2 World Cup qualifiers in March, the first games in charge for him. They would have won both but for conceding right at the end of their match against Zimbabwe. All 3 goals in those 2 games were scored by Victor Osimhen. He's one of a few headline absentees here, but a real chance for others to shine. Or should I say soar for the Super Eagles. Here we go, and we hope for entertainment between Nigeria and Ghana on the same level as last night's opening Unity Cup match. Jamaica 2 goals up against Trinidad and Tobago, pegged back to 2-2, and then victorious by a late penalty, 4 minutes into stoppage time. Usually, you'd think that might be a pretty tough act to follow, but let's see, these two are pretty fierce rivals. Might not be all that much unity out there tonight. 90 minutes stoppage time and a penalty shootout if required. Desset immediately looking at the run in behind, the big Nigerian number 9 in for a rare start tonight. They're missing a couple of forward options, so he's got a chance to add to his international goal tally. Forward into Opoku, his attempted layoff didn't quite work for Barbonsu, the new debutant, and suddenly there is room here. Advantage played by referee Stuart Atwell. Desser in the middle was the target, but it is cut out by the 19-year-old debutant Aaron Essel. Alimi released down the left. Even with his keeper diving at his feet, Essel couldn't be certain. Good decision from the teenage debutant, and taking it quickly of Nigeria. Just in the nick of time, comes back here to Sadiq Ismaila, and Nwabali in the Nigerian goal here. Stanley Nwabali, who plays in South Africa. 20th cap for him tonight. Semi Ajayi back in the fold. Most experienced of their defenders in this lineup, Semi Ajayi for sure. Good job he's back in the fold, given the inexperience of those around him. Here's Wilfred Ndidi. 63rd cap for the Super Eagles skipper tonight. Gideon Mensah playing it cool. Senior man at the back, Semi Ajayi there, 42nd cap for him. Gideon Mensah there, yo-yoing with Auxerre in the top couple of divisions of French football for a while now. Respectable mid-table this season. Stayed up. He'll have his coach right in his ear throughout this first half. He'll probably be looking forward to the second. Captain Ayew to take the Ghana free kick, and looking at the far side, and now here is Bonsu. Bonsu looking for a free kick. He's got up again. He's got the ball at his feet in towards Ayew. It's an important intervention from Ajayi. They want an offside flag. It hasn't come, and anywhere will do as it's thumped clear. Oh, mistake at the back from Simpson. Dessert, was he fouled? Well, apparently not. The Nigerian fans behind that goal thought so. Real scare for young Razak Simpson. Dessert is asking the question. Simpson's mistake originally here, and then after he slipped. Well, yes, it was an accident, the slip, but it's still upended Cyril Dessert. Meanwhile, at the other end, bit of a scramble in the Nigerian box. What a lively first 5 minutes. Feels like last night all over again. Looks like Stuart Atwell is going to have to go some to keep up with the pace of play here. Essel.
I have a child that has a lot of rash on her skin, a lot of limitations, but since I started using Geisha Black, I can say she's feeling better, she looks better, no more itching, skin looks smoother, and Geisha, I bet you, is the best to use. If you haven't tried Geisha Black yet, you should, because it is helping me in my time.
Also, I discovered Geisha Black soap somewhere in 2021. So when I started using it, I realized that my black spots started fading and my skin became clearer. I started having a very good skin and a smooth skin. So far so good. And I think I'm sticking with Geisha for the rest of my life.
Ajayi. Into Ndidi. Bali under some pressure. There's Sadiq Ismaila still playing at right back. One of the Remo Stars players, just a second cap for him. Strong from Simpson, and he's earned the free kick too. More composed. Mensah away from Onyeka. Mahmoudou coming forward from right back, and he's continuing his run too. Not used by it. Ghanaian fans wanted a shot. And, it's 3 players who've lost their footing already here on a warm evening. Ambrosius back to Benjamin Asare, who took a little bit of a chance there with Chukwueze breathing down his neck. Very confidently done. Brave boy to do that in front of the Nigeria fans. And another Ghanaian free kick. They're getting on with it, but I think the ball was still moving. There's Papa Daniel of the Niger Tornadoes. Scored 4 times in the season just gone, including in the win against the champions, the Remo Stars, who are well represented out there. Just won their first Nigerian Premier League title, the Remo Stars. Ayew curling it in behind there for a Poku, and that was the intention anyway. Here's Sonia Maichi. A lot of quick turnovers, a lot of niggly fouls. Almost too high pace for its own good, this one. But a lively watch already. SL to Ambrosius, and now Mahmoudou looking long. That's a great take from Chukwueze, releasing Cyril Dessert. That had to be well timed, and wasn't it just? Aaron SL, superb. What a busy start to his international career he's had. A real standout player in the under-20 group. The under-20 AFCON in Egypt. The 19-year-old has had plenty to do in the opening 9 minutes here. It looks like he's going to have his work cut out. He's the man who picked him. Otto Addo, the first Ghanaian to play for and coach Ghana at a World Cup. Left after that, but back again as of last year. Wabali under no pressure, looking long again. He's got the height of Dessert to aim at Nalimi. He's on the physical side too, but his foul again there, just a bit too eager. Sidikou Alimi, another one of the Remo Stars brigade on debut here. Abdul Samid caught again. Is that on the same ankle he was holding earlier? No, he's smiling. Can't be too bad. So eager to get the tackles in at the moment here that you're seeing a fair few little fouls like that. Mensah was already on his bike then, looking for an early delivery. SL back to Asare. Now Poku couldn't go for that, but Bonsu could. Abdul Samid, Ambrosius and Stuart Atwell. Just having a word with Jordan Ayew there. That whistle's been busy 11 minutes in. Shot on the foot of Onyeka. Meanwhile, Mensah now defending again, and that's a foul on him by Dessert. Everyone mistiming their challenges so far here tonight. Cyril Dessert implying a dive and says every time to Stuart Atwell, but it looked like he caught him. Just there. Nothing divey about that, to be honest. Cyril Dessert getting a rare opportunity to start tonight. Couple of goals in his 6 caps. Scored against Ghana last year, actually. Just scored 29 times across the various competitions for Rangers in Glasgow, with the season just gone. Another foul, this time by Ashimeru on Wilfred Ndidi. Jai, that's a tantalising ball down the channel, and this time, having been fouled, Dessa will get the free kick the way he wants it. Physical forward down the channels. Maybe doesn't finish as many as, well, perhaps Glasgow Rangers fans would hope, but got better as the season went on for sure, following a bit of criticism earlier on in it, losing his place at times. Eric Schell just been telling Chukwueze and Onyemaichi what he wanted out of this free kick, and that might be it. Well, the flag's still up, that wouldn't have counted even if it had gone in. Two or three of them, Dessert included. Ndidi. Probably back into the debutant Igo Ogbu. Nice for him to have Semi Ajayi playing next to him. Both trying to get it forward pretty quickly, hence the high turnover, that and the high energy. Absolutely rattling at it here, and Ismaila has won it really well. Awkward cross here, Dessert! Nigeria lead! Cyril Dessert in front of the Super Eagles fans and into the Super Eagles fans. Didn't he take it well? And a huge pat on the back for Sadiq Ismaila. Brilliant from the right back to make it happen. Nigeria 1, Ghana 0. Early hurly-burly at the G-Tech, and we've got a goal already. His team are behind. Dessert, the Nigerian hero. Just look at Sadiq Ismaila here, coming in to win it. One thought in his mind, get down there, get a yard of space. The slip from Razak Simpson is costly, and Dessert took advantage. Great work from Ismaila. And a very composed finish. Cyril Dessert, who scored against Ghana last year for his second Nigerian goal, has done it again here for his third. Don't think you'd say either goalkeeper's had any notable involvement yet. But Benjamin Asari's had to fish the ball out of his net. And here they come again. 3 on 3. Chukwueze trying to release the goal scorer Dessert. Nearly poked it through. Here is Ismaila again. The Nigerian Danny Alves, I saw somebody call him. Well, that was a bombing run in a similar fashion. Eric Schell played international football for Mali. Has coached them before this. Only appointed in January. Slight upturn in World Cup qualification hopes, but they are in trouble in that. 6 nations in their group, they're 4th Nigeria, and only top is guaranteed through, and the 4 best runners up have a shot at it. Well, they're 4th, and with 4 games to go, 2 of them are against the top 2. So it is odds against that Nigeria will be at the big show on the other side of the Atlantic next summer. odds on that Ghana will be their top of their group with a view to play. That all gets going again for both in September of this year. Here's Chukwueze. Mamudu did well, important toe in.
Playing for your country, easy. Scoring, easy. Avoiding injuries, easy. Winning, easy. But you know what be easy now? Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Easy. It gets everything inside. Gary, creamer, sugar, roasted granules. Just add water, then sharp my soakings make ready. Taste and energy, make easy. I'm a match winner, but the real champion is Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Champion taste.
This advert is FDA approved.
Slavia Prague, regular for them. Played in European competition this term. Were very unlucky actually not to play in the Champions League. They lost the playoff and should have won it against Lille, who went on to do so well. That's a blatant foul. Chukwueze upended Gideon Mensah with a pretty cynical challenge. Slightly surprised, given the volume of fouls, that Stuart Atwell hasn't got his card out for that one, just to try and maybe calm things down. Past Essel, that is pretty late. This is the one they wanted the free kick for. That is some challenge coming in there. Ball and man taken, but it was an impressive run from Majid Ashimeru of Anderlecht. What a busy night for Stuart Atwell. This one a far easier call to make. Nigerian free kick. Chukwueze does, and he delivers well. Glancing head on in, it's cracked away in! It's 2-0! Semi Ajayi with the killer touch. And once again a brilliant ball in from the right. The Nigerian fans in dreamland here, not even 20 minutes played in this Unity Cup semi-final as the inquest begin for Ghana. Their inexperienced side has been undone twice here. Ghana need to sort themselves out quickly here. Otto Addo is almost on the pitch trying to get word across, but this is a super ball in from Chukwueze. There's the header from Semi Ajayi from a good 11 yards out, and it's only a glancing blow, but there's enough on it right at the corner. I think it took a touch of a Ghanaian defender. It might have been Simpson. It was Razak Simpson, who has had a tough start to his 6th cap. Ajayi's header may well have been going on target, to be honest, at the other corner. Whether it goes down as Ajayi's goal or an own goal is beyond dispute. Is that Nigeria have had a cracking start here, and here we go. I did suggest pre-kick-off that there wouldn't be much unity involved in this game. These two countries are proper rivals at the top end of African football, and young Essel is down here. And Otto Addo needs to sort out his team quickly. That foul from Gideon Mensah, a costly one. I'm thinking Stuart Atwell might have been hoping for something a little more friendly tonight. It certainly hasn't gone that way for him. Onyeka and Mensah both getting a talking to here. Trying to pinch it in through the middle, and Mensah with a little kick out there. If anything, he's the more guilty party with the retribution. And he has done very well, Gideon Mensah, to not be cautioned yet. He's done a couple of things that could easily have brought a yellow card. Dessert Good pass that from Alimi. Ambrosia standing firm, but Dessa's still there. Tail up. Clever little reverse ball too, but Mensah's there to tidy up. Well, they've won it back. They could be in again here. Close enough. Benjamin Asari to try and just calm things down at the back here, as might potential injury stoppage here. All smiles for Nigeria, that's for sure. Super start for the Super Eagles. See if young Nessel is okay. Doesn't look it, does he? Mamudu, another one of the 4 call-ups of home-based players in Ghanaian domestic football, plays for Medeyama. Looks like that caution went to him, but speaking of youngsters, Aaron Essel, who's had a very busy debut here, will be worried that it might be curtailed by injury midway through the first half of it. Problems for Otto Addo. Assistant coach 4 years ago, Otto Addo, first time around. Might have been a dissenting voice that has got Mamudu in trouble here. As Otto Addo took the interim job to a World Cup play-up against Nigeria, which he won. A 15-year club career spent entirely in Germany. Young defender to whom he's given an international foul tonight is coming off, but in a way that suggests he may well come back on again. Tough start for an inexperienced back line. Nigeria winners of the inaugural Unity Cup. That was back in 2002, just down the road from here. 23 years on, wearing the armband, it's Wilfred and Didi. Samid has also talked himself into the book, although Ghana have the free kick here. What a busy start this has been. He delivers. Samid. Ambrosius, the centre-back, out there on the right wing. Fish out of water. Well, they were asking for cards, and that in itself is a bookable offence. Salis Abdul Samid falling foul of that as Wabali gathers. Don't take your eyes off this one. Onyeka striding forward and riding the challenges, the Brentford player back home in a certain sense. Chukwueze of Milan. Well, we've got their very experienced midfielder Abdul Samid booked, Mamudu booked, Essel may be injured, and Gideon Mensah, the most experienced player on the ball here in their back line, treading a very thin line, could have been cautioned already. Danger of really losing their discipline here, Ghana. That's nicely done by Essel, who seems to be okay. Well, they've sent them out there in energetic fashion. There's another loose pass given away cheaply. I thought the lob was on for a minute, and then Daniel went for it, by which time Asari had backtracked just in time. This is chaotic, and I'm not sure if SL is going to be able to continue here. What was that from Asari? And Abdul Samid, having been booked, couldn't really go in for that challenge, and Papa Daniel going for it. SL clearly struggling after a bit of treatment a while ago, and I don't think he's going to be able to continue here. Otto Addo, who is not looking best pleased, it's going to be change here. Been a very short-lived debut. Otto Addo has plenty to say to the fourth official as well. The confirmation of that change then. The stricken Aaron Essel will never forget his debut. Plenty happened in it, but he looks in a lot of pain there. Looks like he's not going straight down the tunnel, but can't continue. Ebenezer Annan plays in Belgrade for Crvena Zvezda, his replacement here.
Lynx reverb, non-dance clarity.
Forced error. Not really sure that it's Wilfred and Dini's fault. Nobali here, under pressure, made a complete mess of it, and Bar Bonsu nearly had a debut goal. Just couldn't quite curl it over the rather fortunate and bailed out Stanley Nobali. It's a corner. Just in case you can't keep up, in it comes. It's coming back in as well. Well, it should have done, but Bar Bonsu has made a right old mess of that. Fabulously entertaining half an hour here. Comes Daniel. He's got a good stride about him and a swagger that suggests he's quite happy in the international scene, this being his debut. Let's see what Nobali does here for entertainment. Look at these two go. Not quite sure what the pre-match plan was, or what it might have changed to now that it's 2-0 Nigeria, but this is frantic. I'd imagine that was the intention. What a brilliant touch from Dessert into Alimi, and Dessert again, Alimi again. On target, but simple stuff for Asare. Fifth cap for the keeper who plays for Hearts of Oak in Ghana. He's already seen the ball go past him twice, despite not really having to make a save of any note. Well, his team in front, but not exactly looking that secure. On the subject of hanging on to a 2-goal lead, well, Jamaica had a 2-goal lead last night, saw that disappear. Ajayi back to Mwabali here, under pressure as Ghana obviously have to squeeze a little harder now when they can. Dese just easing Ambrosius out of it there. Nice gentle end of season, that was what Stuart Atwell was probably thinking. Not a bit of it. He's a big physical striker, Cyril Dessert, and he wasn't going to get away with that one. That's a great delivery. Mahmoudou got the flick on it, just behind Ambrosius. Chukwueze couldn't quite keep hold of it. Flag up over there though. Mensah, who's gone central now. Ayew, tons of space out there. Mamadou in it. Bonsu's been full of beans on his debut. And that one has gone Ghana's way. Throw or a free kick? Pepper Daniel pleading his innocence. Well, he really waited for the contact then, didn't he? That is on the soft side, I think you'd have to say. Pushing and shoving in the box, and Ayew to deliver. Bonsu, back to Ayew. Debutant to a centurion in terms of caps. Believe he blocks the first cross. Calmly done by Mensah. Got away with his slip. Shimeru releasing. Mahmoudou here. Just the fourth cap for him tonight. Big switch coming the other way to the substitute, Annan. He's got it back here. He's gone in at left back with Mensah going from left back to centre back. And now Abdul Samad trying to feed it through. That wasn't his intended destination, but it still nearly worked. And breathe. Another free kick. Captain on captain. Ayew fell by Ndidi. keep giving them set pieces, you feel like Ghana will make one of them count eventually. Jordan Ayew is certainly getting the practice in. Ayew, far post delivery, really good. And he'll go again from the corner quadrant here as he tries to whip up the Ghanaian fans behind that goal. Good defensive header, that. Leading back there with it. Anything less solid than that contact could have been an own goal at that end. Same targets for Jordan Ayew here. That's worth a hit. Or maybe not. Ashley Meru scuffed it with the underside of his boot. Mensah, last man back. Oh dear. Completely overhit that. Well, they're enjoying it. Ball hacked out of play. They're enjoying it rather less. Both teams will be playing again here on Saturday. At the moment, it's going to be Nigeria taking on Jamaica for the Unity Cup. Sadiq Ismaila to Semi Ajayi. There in the middle, that's way beyond him. The curious thing is, Benjamin Asari has had a very gentle game, apart from one problem of his own making. But the ball's gone past him twice. Easy catches otherwise. Oh dear, once again, almost the worst enemy. Clash of Ambrosius and Asari there, but there was a late challenge. Stuart Atwell is having a word with Wilfred and Ndidi. He's saying, I really don't want to be sending players off here. Chukwueze down, having earned that free kick. Here's why. Was effectively a back pass. In fairness, it's fairly won, if you know what I mean. Not sure what that was between centre back and goalkeeper, but a right old mess. Indicative of the game in the best possible way. It's been fairly chaotic and a lot of fun. Not really a game for defences though. Razak Simpson, forward, lovely layoff, really good that from Opoku. And here is Opoku again. Well defended by Ajayi, bringing some calming presence back. Chukwueze. Oh, great feet from the Milan man. Desera couldn't receive that, he'd run offside. Ajayi. Now Okpu pitching up the centre back on the right wing. And cross-like one as well. Chunky challenge from Sadiq Ismaila, and the yellow card is coming out for the right back here. I mean, he may well have got the ball, but I think he half went through the play to get it. And in fairness, Kwame Opoku didn't make that big a meal of it. We have seen some chunky challenges here tonight. I told you this was a pretty fierce rivalry. You can't do that. You absolutely cannot do that. Not in 2025, maybe not even in 1975. So the Ismaila, the latest recipient of a yellow card, and to be fair, Stuart Atwell has been a little bit lenient on those.
He's going to need a new whistle for the second half. Here's Salis Abdul Samid. That looked like a foul as well. It was. Play on. Ayew. Brilliant challenge from Ndidi. Anyone expecting end of season gentle fare here will be sorely mistaken, but I'm sure you're all pleased with it. What a game! Oh, it could be another freakish goal as Onyeka tried to put in the cross, and it was nearly another own goal and a third for Nigeria. This game is bonkers. What an own goal that would have been from Ambrosius. Onyeka. That's a really good stop from Benjamin Asare. Chukwueze's corner. Asare came, got nowhere near it. Yes. So.
Eats up by Jari. Stuart Atwell just giving his whistle a rest. The first half has absolutely flown by here. Became 2-2 24 hours ago. You wouldn't bet against it here, or any scoreline, frankly. Here's Chukwueze looking for Des there, that's well cut out.
He didn't have that much time on the ball there, Papa Daniel. There's a half-time team talk coming up. We've got 2 added minutes before that whistle will go, but, well,
certainly threatening as well as in Nigeria, so they've got more defending to do here. They've got to get the next goal in this game, no reason why they shouldn't. Papa Daniel. First bit of calm possession. Ajayi. Nice idea. Bit of a slice cross. It's been a nervy half for Razak Simpson. Here you go, Okpu. That's good. Let's rid up for Simpson, and unwittingly he's giving away another corner here. Eric Shell. This team have a chance to pinch a third before the interval here. And there is the half-time whistle. What a half of football that was! Substitute Ebenezer Annan on the goal line. Wilfred and Didi. What a lovely drop of the shoulder.